According to Paul McCartney, the name of one of the band's albums was derived from a misunderstanding that occurred between him and the roadie for the band. Paul McCartney and Paul Muldoon discussed the writing of the 1967 hit song, A Day in the Life, on the episode of the Beatles members' podcast named Paul McCartney, Alive in Lyrics that was broadcast on iHeartPodcasts and Pushkin on March 13. It was revealed by the musician, who is 81 years old, that the title of the album that the song is included on, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club, was inspired by unintended miscommunications. This was in addition to the dissection of the song's background influences. The music legend started to recall that Paul was with our roadie Mal Evans, who was a large beast of a man. As I was being transported back to the airport, he asked me, "Would you be willing to pass the salt and pepper?" That is, I misunderstood him. What was my response? It was Sgt. Pepper. No, salt and pepper, he responded emphatically. In addition, he stated, and I always return to one of the things about the Beatles, and that was the fact that John Lennon and I noticed accidents. When asked about the album, the well-known songwriter revealed that it was inspired by the medium of radio and encouraged listeners to utilize their imaginations while listening to the record. He even suggested that fans imagine what Sgt. Pepper himself might look like. The radio is something that everyone listens to, and you would need to apply your creativity. Whereas it is acceptable in television. What a beautiful thing. However, it is already prepared for you. This is something that is obvious, the Hey Jude songwriter added. He continued by saying that this was the reason why no one could ever picture Sgt. Pepper, and he went on to say that there was a film that was based on the album that was unsuccessful. "Oh, don't do that because everyone already has their own picture," was the message that was conveyed. He communicated to Muldoon what he wanted the graphics to be like, and that was the only image that they offered to the public, which was the record artwork. McCartney recalled that he had told his bandmates, "I want each of us to come up with a list of favorite people, because we'll have pictures of them." McCartney's bandmates were able to recall the conversation. The next thing he said was that if you have a passion for anything, you should make sure to do everything thoroughly. Well, if we're going to call it Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, what does it look like, is the question that comes to mind when I think of the fact that sticking with it indicates that you are truly thinking about it. The singer stated, "I honestly believe that I have always had the totality thing when it comes to music, theatre, and performances. The Beatles phenomenon has always been something that I've been quite immersed in. The notion that we wore uniforms was one of the notions that was considered to be among the original ones." Adding, "We're just these four people in this slightly weird band," McCartney stated that the concept and approach to the band's 8th album was that they were these four space cadets. He also stated that the band used this concept. He made a point of mentioning how that strategy was developed in order to liberate the group, McCartney stated. "The fact that we are required to be those boys is causing us to feel a little bit of inhibition, but we are not going to be the Beatles. All that remains is for us to shift that away, and then we will be these folks."